Cassava is a nutty-flavored, starch-tuber in the spurge family, Euphorbiaceae, of plants. It's thought to have originated from the South American forests. Its sweet, chewy underground tuber is one of the popular edible root vegetables. Indigenous people of many parts of Africa, Asia, and South American continents used it as staple food source since centuries. Together with other tropical roots and starch-rich foods like yam, taro, plantains, potato, etc., it too is an indispensable part of carbohydrate diet for millions of inhabitants living in these regions. Cassava is a perennial plant that grows best under tropical, moist, fertile, and well-drained soils. Completely grown plant reaches to a height of about 2 to 4 m. Under the cultivation fields, its cut stem sections are planted just as in the case of sugarcanes. After about 8 to 10 months of plantation, long, globular roots or tubers grow in a radial pattern downwards deep into the soil from the bottom end of stem up to the depth of 2 to 4 feet. Each tuber weighs 1 to several pounds depending upon the cultivar type and feature gray-brown, rough, woody textured skin. Its interior flesh features white, starch-rich sweet-flavored meat that should be eaten only after cooking. Cassava has nearly twice the calories than that of potatoes and perhaps one of the highest value calorie food for any tropical starch-rich tubers and roots. 100g root provides 160 calories. Their calorie value mainly comes from sucrose, which accounts for more than 69% of total sugars. Amylose, 16 to 17%, is another major complex carbohydrate sources. Cassava is very low in fats and protein than in cereals and pulses. Nonetheless, it has more protein than that of other tropical food sources like yam, potato, plantains, etc. As in other roots and tubers, cassava too is free from gluten. Gluten-free starch is used in special food preparations for celiac disease patients. Young tender cassava, yuca, leaves are a good source of dietary proteins and vitamin K. Vitamin K has a potential role in bone mass building by promoting osteotrophic activity in the bones. It also has established role in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease patients by limiting neuronal damage in the brain. Cassava is a moderate source of some of the valuable B-complex group of vitamins such as folates, thiamine, pyridoxine, vitamin B6, riboflavin, and pantothenic acid. It is one of the chief sources of some important minerals like zinc, magnesium, copper, iron, and manganese for many inhabitants in the tropical belts. In addition, it has adequate amounts of potassium, 271 mg per 100 g or 6% of RDA. Potassium is an important component of cell and body fluids that help regulate heart rate and blood pressure. Cassava roots can be readily available in the markets all around the seasons. Buy a well-formed, hard, cylindrical tuber that is heavy for its size. Cleaned and processed yuca available in the U.S. markets, which generally imported from the Central America, is waxed, and therefore, appears bright and shiny. Avoid old stocks as they are out of flavor and less appetizing. Do not buy if the tubers feature cuts, breaks in the skin. Also, avoid those with mold, soft spots, and blemishes. Fresh roots can be kept at room temperature for about 5 to 7 days. However, peeled and cut sections should be placed in cold water and stored inside the refrigerator for up to 3 days.